Whoa, forgot to hit that auto button. Good day, everyone.
What was that?
And welcome to the show. I was just smiling. It's Monday. I'm happy. We got a short week this week.
You're smiling because it's Monday?
Yeah, because we only have 2 more days left of this.
That doesn't mean nothing.
That means a lot.
I want to be.
I mean, we have
Thursday.
I have a ton of crap to do, but I mean, at least we only have 2. Let's see. Fang, last night's Haley Knows Best was hilarious. Thank you. We're actually having a really good time doing that, man. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I have to bring home, those lights we got for this that we ended up not using. The straight. I'm going to bring one of those home because I want to put it behind the monitor because I feel we're kind of dark.
Yeah.
There's definitely dark humor involved, but I don't want dark lighting.
Perfect.
So, yeah, for those of you who don't get an opportunity to check it out, you can follow us on The Boring Life of Dean and Haley. Or if you follow me on Facebook, it's there also. But, yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Get to hear about what's going on in the world of Haley.
Perfect.
And answer some crazy questions. And we have a good time. What's your... definitely, Dean, don't drop the wipes. I haven't told him that story yet today. So let me ask you this. What is, you have Halloween candy that's specific for Halloween, right?
Okay.
What, do you have a favorite candy just for Halloween?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. None at all? No classic Fernando-esque, candy that you're like, oh man, when I was a kid, this was the candy I would look forward to,
No, we actually, when I was a kid, we more like, we put fruit and,
You're not getting fruit for trick.
No, I'm just saying. But that was us. Candies was always like candies. That's fine. But for us, always been like fruit and all that stuff. So I was just growing up with favorite fruit on Halloween.
What was your favorite fruit on Halloween?
That's mandarin.
Mandarin oranges?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All the time. And Spanish people can relate if they know what I'm talking about.
I don't think they know. I don't think anybody knows.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Tooth or truth? I don't know.
From London.
Hello
from London.
Instead of Vegas this week. I'm hoping you're on vacation. That would be wonderful, and or a work trip. What's up,
Mike?
Hi. How you doing? How's everything going?
Mondays are awesome. You're lying.
Mondays are awesome, man.
They're not.
Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Well, there you go.
Okay.
What's up, Fro? I talked to Fro this weekend.
What is today? Today is Columbus Day?
I have no idea what it is. It's Monday. It'll always be Monday. Howdy, y'all.
Hi.
Hello from the Twin Cities. Beautiful autumn day at 55 and sunny.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Pittsburgh. Checking in. Guys, 6x9s of choice. Audio Frog GB 693s or Focal Access. Okay.
Oh.
So I have to answer this question before we put our sponsor up. But those are both great choices. There's a third you also might want to take a look at, which is the Morel. Makes a really awesome 6x9. So, I mean, are we going for just a mid-bass driver? Are we going for a 3-way, a 2-way?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about 6,
I'm guessing a 693 is
what
probably
about the Kenwoods?
Well, yeah, but you're like, the 694? Or yeah, that's a
like, what kind of car are we talking? Because if that's a 2.5 or 3.5 in the dash,
yeah,
I mean,
well, I think a 693 is a 3-way. Yeah, it's a 3-way. So we're talking coaxial. So I mean,
so just a 3-way.
Yeah, so just a 3-way. I'm gonna do the audio. If these are my 2 choices, I'm gonna do the Audio Frog.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the Audio Frog. Yeah, because that just seems to make sense. Hey, before we get too deep into this, I don't want to forget because I might do that. But
don't forget, man. You know,
We have this little Facebook group some of you may know about. It's called the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club. It's small group. And every week, Fernando searches the page for what he likes to call the photo of the day or photo of the week or whatever.
yeah,
Anyways,
the photo of the week.
if he likes your picture, it goes to the front. It gets to fill the top area there, and we get to talk about it here on the show. And today is no different. Let's head over there. Ooh, we got some marine audio stuff. I too saw this, and I was like, "Holy crap, man! That is really nice."
Yeah.
Really?
Who is it?
That's Sue.
Oh.
I guess she doesn't realize I'm doing a show.
All right.
Married, you know. Anyways, for those of you guys that aren't familiar with marine installation, marine uses yellow as ground because, and the reason for this is that some boats have AC and DC. And AC, even though it's not what we use, AC gets priority. And so in AC, black is the hot. So in order to make it not confusing for the corresponding talents that have to come in and fix this stuff, the marine code for DC ground is yellow, which confuses the crap out of Fernando to this day, and he loves it because this is the wire we use in the F-150s for ground, and he's always like, yellow's ground, right? I'm like, yes, it's still ground.
That's so weird.
I know.
That's so weird.
I know it is. But
it's like, don't pick any other color.
Yeah.
Let's pick the opposite of the car. So, yeah, why not?
Yellow was the worst choice ever. I mean, brown would have been good.
Oh, brown, that would be awesome.
Purple. I mean, anything other than yellow. Yellow is just so
green,
not good.
Let's do green.
Well, green is...
Why not? Because it's marine. Let's do white.
No, white is neutral.
Why has to be neutral?
Because so AC colors is white is neutral, black is hot, green is ground, copper is ground. So those colors you can't use. But blue probably could use. Red you can't. Red is a funny one. So that's the weird one that they actually read through because red is
and it's
an AC circuit color too. But anyways, in a boat, those are the colors. We got an awesome JL system here, looking all sexy for sure. All right,
so the story of this picture.
There's a story.
Ben Hall shared the picture. It's not his install. It's not his picture.
Okay.
He shared it, and actually the guy, because I had to search it, I was okay. But I gave him the share because he shared it. But the install is from Corey, and this is from the guys. Let me see. OCD's Wires.
That's a good name.
I know. OCD's Wires. And they have tons of pictures. That's what I put the little screenshot of the Instagram because these guys did that. And I feel that we have to give them.
Oh, for sure. They did a bang up job.
Amazing job. So
they did an amazing job. Hey, if this is something you would like to do, then by all means, post a picture. That's all we ask.
And this is sponsored by T-Spec and Tsunami,
which you can find on metroonline.com. Proud sponsors of the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club. Love those guys. They make some awesome integration tools for power wire. My personal favorites. Love them.
All right, continue with the show.
I would like to do this. Hold on, let me grab this one right here because there's nothing I love more when somebody does this because it just kind of makes me feel that we're doing a good job. What's up, guys? Thank you for inspiring me to come back to the 12-volt world again. Maybe not. Maybe I feel bad all of a sudden because I brought him back down the rabbit hole. It's kind of like bringing an addict back. You know, it's like, oh man, the rest of us are over here twitching and stuff. You got free of it. Now you're back. No, thanks. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
that is for sure. What do we got here? Dean, you got home and accused her of not paying attention to you. No, I would never do that. I would never go home and no, that would not work. Because it'll be really late when I get home, and by the time I get home, I won't remember anyways. So that's how that goes. Okay, I got a good question. All right, so wait a minute. There was one question here that I wanted to go back to that somebody asked. Oh, hey, Christian. Oh, today's Day of the Dead.
Huh?
Today's Day of the Dead. So, according to BB, today's Day of the Dead. That would be a holiday of yours, not mine.
No, not today.
Not today?
No, not today.
We don't have Halloween.
We don't have Halloween. No.
Well, that would have been the answer.
We have
to
the Day of the Dead. Yes.
Yeah. Well, apparently fruit is the... Sup, nerds?
And that's just me, man. I'm weird.
Valentina, Halloween edition. There you go. Fro with the win. Fro with the win.
Gerardo. Right there in the back. See? Exactly.
What does he say?
Just like the mandarins.
Yeah.
And peanuts.
So sticky orange things and peanuts.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it.
It's good, bro.
It sounds terrible. Anyways, I can't figure out. Okay, somebody asked what would be the best radio to put in a C6 Corvette. Okay, and the reason why let me hide. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to address that one. So if you're still listening, thank you. Is that we have a slide that we often put up, and it is this guy right here, which I will. It's this one right here. So pack-audio.com, Metro, iData, Nav TV, Still, MoBridge, Pyro Audio, Beat Sonic. Okay, so this is where you guys take a screenshot. All right. So, anyways, the reason why we put that page up is because this is where you find the parts for your car. Okay, and the sad thing is a lot of people just don't do that. And I understand it. It's not what you do, but that's why we have that slide and we made it. So it's like, but when somebody asks a question about a specific car, the first thing you have to do is make sure that you can put something in a car. Like, do they make a dash kit? Do they have the wiring harness? Is there an antenna adapter? Those are three things that are most important when you decide to upgrade a radio in a car, unless you're going on to Amazon and buying the $150 piece of crap radio in a white box. That isn't going to work. So you want to find out, do they have these things? Now, C6 Corvette, they do. They make all these parts, and both Metra and PAC have an abundance of them. So you're going to need a smart harness, which they both make. And they're
How smart?
It's pretty smart. Okay. Pretty smart. It's going to integrate into the Bose. So PAC makes two different versions that'll do that. But the real question is, I can't recommend a specific type of radio because I don't know what your needs are. Personally, when someone comes in and asks me, I start with the Kenwood 9 series because it has everything with the exception of a CD player / DVD player because I feel spinning media is dead. But you might still have something. So the need where the first question you ask yourself is, do I need something to play a spinning media? If I don't need something to play spinning media, I automatically look for a radio that doesn't have that. Do I need Android Auto or Apple CarPlay? And the answer to that is always going to be yes, because everybody needs that. There's no reason to take a radio out and not put that in, although some people still do it. I don't understand it. Could I do wired or wireless? That's the next question. Do I want to plug something in to have it? Or I'm lazy, I just should go for the wireless because I just want to hop in the car and have it work. So that's why I always just start with a Kenwood 9 series because it has all those features. And it has the one feature that in your car will make the job a little bit easier, which is a short chassis. Short chassis is how deep is the radio. If you have a spinning media, you're the same depth, which means you're going to have to do some modifications to the back side of your dash in order to fit that in. That's for any GM. Because between the smart harness, the back of the radio, and all that takes up way too much room for the little tiny area that the manufacturer gives, because GM is typically a little bit shorter than a standard aftermarket. So a short chassis radio like a 908, a 958 will go in there and make your life easier. So that's what I would look at. Now, Sony makes a radio, the 4000, I think it is. And they have the 9000 or 900 or whatever.
The Sony?
Yeah.
95.
No, the non-floating screen.
Oh, yeah, and the 4000 and the 6000.
4000 and 6000. Those are what are called L chassis, meaning it's an L on top, not on the bottom. It's an opposite L chassis, which is good because it's a conventionally deep radio, but then it's a single DIN at the top, so you have room down below for all your harnesses and stuff like that. Sony typically is a lot, if you're not into bells and whistles as far as like digging into menus and playing with stuff, Sony's great for that because they're very straightforward and very easy to use, whereas Kenwood is a little bit deeper and whatnot. And then you have the Old Faithful, which is Alpine. And Alpine makes the actual L chassis that is shaped like an L. It's a single din backside, but it's at the bottom, which kind of gets in the way because now it's like you have to fit all the smart harness crap on top. So I prefer a short chassis because it just takes up less space overall and behind the radio, and I have room for all my accessories that need to come with it. But regardless of all that, you can find that information. I will put it up one more time.
Okay, so if you put it
which
on
is right
before
here.
you go.
So take a screenshot and then go look for your parts there. And then after that, figure out what works best for you. All right, before you go,
let's just answer this question quick. Educate me on Morel, please. Waiting to do a factory plus, no amplifier setup, no rear seat, and have ducts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tempo
series claim down to 60 hertz, but which specific versions are the best options? Will a key lock add a bass back to the rears, or WaveTech link a better options to copy? 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 2020.
Well, he says waiting to do a factory plus, no amp setup.
Yeah, he's talking about a key lock, right?
No, he says, but I'm saying he's waiting to do a factory plus no amp setup. Is he doing no amp then?
No. I think his car, it's no amplification. It's just a factory. Amp. It's just basic.
Okay, so there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
I don't know it again. First off, let's start with claiming to go down to 60 hertz. They'll go down to 60 hertz. However, it's not the dynamic energy that you're hoping for. Okay, it's not a subwoofer. It's a mid bass. So there's a huge distinction in that category. When something is a mid bass, it is not a subwoofer. So you're not getting sub bass. It is starting to roll off at 60 hertz. All right, it is not playing down. A subwoofer just gets started at 60 hertz and is continuing on. So this is taking a nosedive. All right, so you're not going to cross it over at 60 hertz. You're going to probably cross it over at 80, maybe even 100. So if you're hoping to get like deep bass out of this, it's not going to happen because it's a mid bass, not a subwoofer. It's made to, and that's not a Morel thing. Every aftermarket speaker manufacturer makes a subwoofer. The reason why they do that is so that you're going to have to buy it because their speakers are mid-range. A factory, they'll use small magnets and efficient speakers to create bass. I like to call it headphone bass, because it kind of sounds great until you actually hear real bass and you go, oh no, that sounds like poo-poo. So the speaker will do what they say it will do, but no, it's not going to take the place of a subwoofer. You're still going to need a subwoofer. Now, so it's F350 on Bose. 2020. Okay, so when we're talking about key lock, okay, so for those of you that tune in every week and hear us say this, please just bear with us. A key lock is the only high level to low level on the face of the earth that has de-equalization built into it. So if you're trying to get a signal back to a flat so that you can either re-EQ it or you just like it flat for some reason, it's the only thing that can do that. It is a DSP'd high level to low level adapter. There is not another one anyone out there makes. Acubase, bass restoration is not the same thing. Okay, Acubase and or bass restoration, which is for bass roll off, has nothing to do with actually missing bass. Okay, that's a whole nother headache. Okay, theirs is the only product that can look at a signal and go, okay, I can fix this. Now, there are plenty of DSPs out there that have this feature built into it along with a full DSP. However, theirs is the only one that you put it in, high level, hit a magic button, and it straightens that shit out. The adverse effect to that on your system would be if you like the highs and mids, like they're bright or whatever, it's going to flatten those out too. The only way to prevent it from doing that is to use a Key 501. The Key 501 sub-amplifier has key lock technology built into it to just fix the subwoofer side because it's just a sub-amp. And then if you want to leave the rest of the speakers all handy-dandy, you can do that. But no, the Wave Tech isn't capable of doing that. It's just like an audio control.
All right.
Now I can press the button.
Now you can press your button.
Sorry. Okay. Wrong.
Yeah,
really?
not that one.
I didn't want to do that. What happened here?
Well, I mean, you forgot to put it on.
No, I changed it for that guy. Okay, so there we go. Hey guys, speaking of de-equalization, if you're looking for an amplifier with a DSP built into it that does have the capability to allow you to do anything you want to the pre-input, high level, if you would like to deal with the actual signal, and or you would like to do a global adjustment, that's right, 3 equalizers, all built into one single amplifier, you might want to check out the new Moscone 6 to 8, I'm sorry,
8
6
to
to
10.
10, no, 6 to 10, and 8 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Both amplifiers are awesome. They both have DSPs and outputs to go off to a sub-amp. One of them has 8 channels of internal power, and one of them has 6 channels of internal power. They are also SB amplifier compatible, which is another thing you have to remember on a 2020
What's an
F1
SB?
stream. SB is a new technology that some of these new Ford amplifiers are having. Volkswagen has had it for years. And SB is requiring a different resistance load and an active resistance load because it's actually 2 types of amplifiers, and depending on the volume you're playing with it, it actively switches between the 2. These amplifiers both have the ability to look at that signal and give it the corresponding load that it needs. When you're looking at the inputs on the top of the amplifier, it'll say, do you need this type of load? Do you need an SB load? Or do you need that type of load? And at Ford, you'd use the SB load.
I thought the SB is because it sound better.
It sounds worse. But when you use one of these, it does sound better. You can find them at moscone-america.com, or if you'd like to just know more about the product, head over to gladen.com, where you can get really deep into this stuff.
Okay. That was wonderful.
Oh, it's Thanksgiving in Canada.
It is?
Yeah. It's Thanksgiving for us in Canada. That's
Very
cool.
nice.
I wonder.
Did you guys have Black Fridays? I mean,
it's Canada. It might be a Red Friday.
Or White Friday.
White Friday.
White Friday.
Do they eat turkey though? That would be. Do they have like turkey and stuffing and all that stuff?
They have a Yay Friday.
Not Yay.
I'm sorry.
A Friday.
There you go. So
yeah,
same thing.
Hold on. Let me get Stevie B. Steve B. But I want to call him Stevie.
Okay.
You found it. That was a music I listened to the other day. He's never heard of Stevie B. We played some the other day, and he was like, "Oh,
hey, Kevin.
Hi guys. Is there a spot to run 2 0-gauge wires for the passenger side firewall on a 2018 F-150?" Fernando, this is your question.
Run 2 0-gauge wires
through the passenger side of an F-150.
Yes, it's a space and it's a spot. I don't know if you want to camp out in there for 2.5 hours to 3 hours and try to kill you. Risk. It is, but I would recommend you to go into the driver's side. It's going to be way easier.
No, you do have to drill a hole.
Have to drill a hole.
On either side.
And you're going to use like 20 feet.
Well, on the driver's side you will. On the passenger side you use less.
Yeah, but still.
How do you get to it on the passenger side? You have to remove...
Dude, like I say, it's not worth it.
Oh, I know. But how? Just if you want...
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you do know. You got to remove the fuse box from the side.
Yes, but it's just a lot of work.
I know. It's okay. If they want to do it, let them do it. Just tell them what they need to do.
They need to do is just camp out in there and
all right. What
drill.
Right, but
slowly.
they got to get through. So they got to pull the fuse panel off the side.
No. It's just like it's an angle. It's like this.
Right.
So the AC is literally right here. So you don't have enough space. And if you drill down, you're gonna go through the
frame rail.
Yeah. So you have to drill up like this, an angle, and to run 2 0-gauge wires. For me, it's like I was not worth it. So go to the driver's side, drill 2 holes, plenty space. Use 20 feet of wire, 21 feet of wire, just to be safe. Depends where you want to put your amplifiers on the back. Other than that, you're good to go. So, all right.
Will Focal bring back the Flax 12-inch, or is it gone forever? I mean, they haven't said anything that being gone. It might just be out of stock.
Probably.
I
would ask next week.
I was gonna say we can find out for you next week for sure.
No, this week.
Yes,
Just
later this week.
Later
yeah,
this week.
Next month. No,
next month.
I'm joking.
Dude.
Hold on. Best 10-inch radio. I don't know.
Depends.
Yeah. So there again, it's gonna be what are you looking for? I mean,
features.
Yeah.
Quality of the audio.
Ease of installation.
Easy installation.
How many cables are on the back? There's so many things. Operating
All right, so break it down.
So yeah, okay, we'll start with the Kenwood because Kenwood is the typical one we like to do.
Yes.
The disadvantage of the Kenwood is that it's a double DIN back box, which we both know that's a pain in the ass.
Now,
if you got a tight dash, it's a pain in the ass.
Also depends on what car you put it in.
Correct.
Right?
So I mean, if you got room, like we did the other day, had plenty of room, went in great, lovely.
Yeah.
Simple as far as putting the radio in. It's easy to get the lock mechanisms in. Like a Stinger can go anywhere. So because
it's a single DIN.
It's not even a single DIN. It's just a box, that you can mount anywhere and have it's got a 3-foot cable or a foot. Sorry, it's got a 1.5-foot cable between the box
and
the radio.
Extensions,
and you can add extensions. You can mount it 5 feet away if you want, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
The disadvantage of it is I feel that the screen GUI is a little dated. It's getting a little long in the tooth as far as that, because it was kind of basic to begin with, and now it's definitely.
So we have the high 10, we have the Kenwood, we have.
But it does come with 4-camera capability, and it's the only one that has 4-camera trigger wires built into it. You can do it on the Kenwood, but you have to do it through RR. So there's an RR flash that you can do to get trigger wires for your cameras.
Yeah.
The high 10 is the only one that has it all wired and ready to go, but it also has a bunch of cables hanging off the back. So it's like there's so many things you can do on the back side of it. And the high 10 is the only one that has a Toslink output.
Yes.
Now, the Alpine is a single DIN. However, the very nice radio, the 10-inch is cool, but the hardest part about the Alpine is getting all the locking mechanisms into it. Because it's so. And the Alpine, you can't adjust the height. You have to adjust it before you screw in the screen, and you have to do that on the high 10. But the high 10 is the easiest locking mechanism.
Yeah.
Because it's just like this thing you lift on, put on, and it's done. So it's easy to get on and off.
Make sure you use the screwdriver that has a magnet.
Yeah.
Tip.
The Kenwood, the screws to adjust the height are on the side, so you can get it put in place and then adjust the height, whereas the Alpine, you have to pre-do that. And we haven't done a lot of the Sony, so I really can't speak much on that. Because I'm not going to, because I don't want to get yelled at again. So, but they also make the one thing that as far as mounting goes, the Sony is a single DIN chassis out the back, just like the Alpine.
I'm like,
I know the smell. We had a mosquito in here, so I put there's some citronella crap burning on. Anyways,
smells good.
The one cool thing that people love or hate is on the Sony has 2 buttons that you can program on the top to do different things. I've got half the room that think it's the coolest thing in the world, and I got the other half of the room tell me it's not. So
we're in the middle.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So, anyways, what do you got?
Me? I got nothing.
Really?
No.
So this is a funny one. MTX claimed that their 7x10 played down to 42 hertz. That with it, you didn't need a sub, no longer available. I can tell you, I used to have a set of Kenwood 7x10s back in the day, and I put a ton of power on those, and they got on down in my Dodge door. Man, those things rocked because it was a set of 4-inch, a set of 7x10s, and then 4 10s.
Well, my computer doesn't work.
What do you mean?
No.
I don't know what to tell you. Why doesn't your computer work?
It's like, screw you.
On my 958 XR, turn signal camera works right away. Yes, so that uses the RR for triggering. Yeah, and it does come on a lot faster. So it is pretty nice. You might have to reboot the computer if it's just being silly.
It is being silly.
It happens.
No.
Sony 9500 ES. I do own one to put in Sue's car, so I'm pretty excited about it. We just need to get some time.
And that's a nice radio.
It is. It sounds really nice too. It's got an awesome DAC.
Do you hear it?
I've heard it before.
Yeah,
yes.
really?
I got to hear it in multiple versions of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Car. Yes, in those cars.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mary Lou's just having fun in the comments for sure. All right, here we go. 2003 Sierra.
Yeah.
Replacing Bose amp with kicker key. Can I use the Bose amp power wire? Fuse is 30 amps. So this is one of those where I just say I've had a bad experience. We've tried this before, not in this particular vehicle. We've tried it before in other vehicles with like the Alpine 455U, which is actually a lower amperage draw than this. And it has never worked. It always just like, it just doesn't work. I don't know. I personally wouldn't. Like, I would just run a power wire out to the battery.
Now, it's a Bose system.
No, I know, and it should work. It should work.
No,
but I just, after the one time we did it, and it was like, we were done, and the amp just started doing dumb stuff, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, we tried, and then we just never did it again, because it was like...
Are we replacing the speakers too?
Yeah, replacing Bose amp. Yeah, he's just adding a kicker key. Obviously, he's putting new speakers in it, but he just wants to know if he can use the existing Bose wire. And I'm like, we just never had good luck doing that. I mean, technically it should work, but, it's funny because, like, the Audison, so when Audison bit amps came out, they actually, in the software, you could control the voltage. You could turn down the power draw on the amplifier. You'd lose power, which is bad, but it was so that you could just plug it into a factory BMW location and use the existing power wire if you didn't want to run.
I thought it's just like, when you have a Bose system, kicker key is not meant to do it.
It's a 2003 system. Sierra Bose system. So my guess is he's taking out the whole system that's in it. He's not just taking out the Bose. It's a 20-year-old car. The radio's coming out. He's just asking does he have to run a power wire?
Yes.
So don't overthink this. You're just.
I'm always.
Yeah, I know, but you're really you're really overthinking it.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't know where that one's at. See who this is. See if you can find this one here.
My question, please.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. All right. El Fuego, F1 status 12 channel. Is there a trick to getting DSP and crossover settings to apply reliably via the laptop software?
Oh, right here.
So I have no idea on this one, El Fuego. I'm sorry. It's not on my list of amplifiers that I have done anything with. That sounds kind of weird.
Yeah. All right. Does aftermarket radio comes with XM radio? Any make?
No. Okay, so years ago when Sirius and XM came out here in the U.S., we started with two. We started with Sirius, we started with XM. So what the aftermarket agreed on was a port on the back of the radio only, because these radios are made in Japan, or China now, but where Sirius XM is not a thing. Okay, meaning they don't have access to it there. It is only us. So they were like, we're not going to build these tuners into them. Now, Alpine every now and then would run a special where they'd throw the tuner into the box and you'd get a tuner when you buy it. But no, they do not build them into the radio for that particular reason, is that it only works in the continental U.S., parts of Canada, and Mexico. So no, they just don't build it in for that particular reason.
Mexico.
So you always got to add a tuner. The nice thing is once you've added a tuner, you're done. So if you ever swap the radio again, which no one will ever do, but you can just add a tuner. You can just keep the tuner. Gentlemen, pardon my tardiness. Good to see you all. What's up, Mel? SPL Mel.
SPL Mel.
Matt's Mel.
Matt's Mel.
Matt's Mel.
Okay.
What would cause a popping sound after I turn off ignition? Plenty of things could cause a popping sound after you turn off ignition. It could be a sequencing issue, meaning when you turn the key off, everything is turning off at the same time. Radios, amplifiers, there's no delay. And that power instantly leaving is feeding back in through the speakers and give you a popping sound. Could be a poor design of a product. Usually that's what it is.
From the amplifier?
Yes, it could be a poor design of the amplifier. Fixing the issue is what could be difficult. Metra does make a product that adds a delay to it.
So you're just delaying, you're not.
Well, no, it could be fixed.
It.
Well, no, you could be removing it, because if the turn off and that everything turning off at once is what's causing the pop.
Mhm.
By
But
adding
you have to find out where
where the pop is
where
coming
is the
from.
with the pop coming from.
That's true. If it's coming from the radio, so how would you test? Is you would remove the remote turn off of the amplifier. You would put a jumper from the constant 12 volts over to the remote turn on.
Mhm.
Okay. And then you turn the car off, go 1, 2, 3, and remove the power from the amplifier and see if the pop. So if you turn off the car with the amplifier still on and you get the pop, that means the pop is coming from the radio. That's bad. If you turn the car off, wait 1, 2, 3 seconds, and remove the amplifier, and you get no pop, that means it's just a sequencing issue. And you can add in Metra's piece, which we have a video on. Just do a search for pop. Turn off pop. We just did it like a month ago or something. It's real easy to install. Or if you turn the car off and you wait 5 seconds and you're moved and you still get a pop, that means it's the amplifier. You can still use the Metra piece and you can set it for like 30 seconds so that you're far, far away when it pops and you don't actually have to hear it. Something I do recommend. Adds, keeps sanity and stuff like that. But most of the time, now, if you have a factory system and you're getting pop, more than likely the reason you're getting that is because your remote turn on voltage is too high, meaning that it only needs like a 6-volt turn on or a 5-volt turn on, and you gave it a 12-volt turn on, it'll still turn on, but you're getting the pop because it doesn't know what to do with it, and it's just all this extra power, and it's going, To fix that, they make PAC makes a volt 3.9, which will do 3.3, 5, 6, and 9 volts, so you can flick between the two and see which one will allow you to turn the amplifier off at a lower voltage and prevent that. So
there you go.
Hi, Dean and Fernando. I'm
Hi.
currently leasing a 2021 Accord Sport 2.0, which I'm thinking to keep. If I do, you will be upgrading its sound system. Oh, now he's threatening us. I live in Miami, but I don't mind the trip.
Perfect.
Okay. It's a nice car.
Yes, it is nice, and it's very upgradable, right?
It is very upgradable.
So you can send an email to Paul, 5starcarstereo@gmail.com, or you can call and can take care of it.
I want to do this one real quick. Are there any 12-volt HD TV tuners available anymore? How was the antenna set up on those? Did they ever even exist? Okay, so this is a wonderful question because you probably don't even remember any of this because this was probably before your time.
No, I mean, we put HD
TV? No.
Yeah.
No, you did.
Yeah.
You put a track vision on the car?
Yeah.
Track vision?
Track vision?
Yeah, like
No.
I said. Okay.
No.
So the only true HD TV tuner was track vision.
Okay.
So track vision was the big dish. It was this
top of the
tall,
roof.
goes up on top of the car. And it had a dish in it that spun. It had an arm that spun around and tracked where you were going. It was through DirecTV. That was track vision. It was big. Now, HD tuners don't work in a moving car because the signal.
Okay.
No, they don't, because the signal can't receive the signal when you're moving. There's a whole speed, reception, frequency, wavelength, and all this nonsense that would happen. So no, they never worked. There were some, but they were only for when you were parked. So like if you're at a parking lot, party, jamming out. But once we did away with terrestrial antennas, then it was over. So I used to have the Kenwood P907 in my car, and I could watch TV while I was driving around. I could watch the football game on Sunday because it was terrestrial. It was great.
I have non-branded radios with TV tuners, and we watch TV, constantly. And yes, when you go and sometimes you don't get signal.
Right, because it can't track while you're moving.
Yeah.
Like if you go over 35 miles an hour, you lose signal.
Yeah. Yep. But it was great. I watched so many games.
You just got to go slow.
No, I mean, dude, I was coming from Brampton.
Either way, why would you care? Just watch it on your phone.
Yes. At this point, I don't think it's worth it, other than in an RV. Maybe.
Well, you just do track vision.
Yeah.
Because they still make track vision for RVs.
I mean,
they're big dishes and stuff like that. But still, you still do it from your phone. Why would you, why would you even care?
Yeah.
Besides, like, ugh.
Exactly. I know everything.
Oh, wow.
Everybody's wrong.
What a suck up. Mary Lou's over there. You need to come back to Florida, pick up your shit and then come on the show.
Yes.
Get a Daewoo. Dude, it's so funny. Someone said Daewoo. Remember the other day when we were moving and we found some Daewoo kits? I'm like, Daewoo? They went into the dumpster right away before, Paul even noticed them, because I was like, dude, I haven't seen a Daewoo on the road in like amazing amounts of time.
Hang on. Click in that one. Just save that one.
Which one?
The bottom one.
Okay, hold on. Which one? This one?
Up.
That.
Up. One more.
This one?
Right there.
Let's
Save
just
it.
go right to it.
Okay, perfect.
I need help tuning an LC51300 running kicker CS components and coaxials and two 10-inch jail audio subs. Okay, so one of my pet peeves is saying tuning an amplifier when you really just need to set gains and crossover. Okay, so there's no tuning the amplifier because there's nothing to tune. It doesn't have an EQ, DSP, nothing. It's just got crossover. Now, if you have a set of CS components, it's easy enough. We just need to set the crossover. So if we're going front, rear, sub, depending on the size of components, we're going to worry about what we want the lowest frequency to play. So if we have channels 1 and 2 playing front, channels 3 and 4 playing rear, anything between a 6.5 to a 6x9, 80 hertz is wonderful. Anything smaller than that, let's say a 3 or a 4-inch, we need to go up to between 100 and 110.
Mm-hmm.
If we have a tweeter, we want to apply the high output, which is going to allow us to cross over up higher. So I believe on that amplifier it goes up to 3,000, which is probably where you're going to need to be. That's on channels 1 and 2. And then 3 and 4, you have a bandpass, which gives you, there again, you can flick the switches to do high and low. And that'll allow you to match up the frequency with the tweeter, so you can go to 3,000. And then that 80 hertz again. So both front and rear and or high and mid. Now, as far as the subwoofer goes, 80 hertz works wonderful. If you're using an aftermarket radio, there's no need to turn on AccuBase. Leave that switch off because it's not going to do anything. And then you have the gains. Now, the nice thing about this is that the amplifier does have input and output detection for distortion. So what I like to do on that is just get a really dynamic track and turn the volume up, start turning up the gains until my light starts flickering a lot, and I'm good to go.
That's how it goes?
It just flickers. Yep, so just play nice. Now you can disconnect the speakers and you can do the 1,000 hertz, 40 hertz thing, but the reality is the more realistic is to just play a super dynamic track, turn the gains up.
Did this mean something to you guys?
No. Doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's the claw.
For us, is like, are you scared?
No, that's not saying that.
That's.
But anyways, that's
how it goes, huh?
Being careful what you wish for. Did I wish for something? I don't know. I'm not sure. Hey guys, I currently have a Mosconi 8 to 12 Aerospace. I'm considering switching to a mini DSP with Dirac Live. For a novice, what's easier to tune with and still get good results? So if you have an 8 to 12 Aerospace, you can update the software on it and go to and use the Barney system, which uses Dirac to tune it, to do the tune. So you're already good, man. You just need to find somebody that has a Barney and Barney tune it, and that's as easy as it gets. So
easier, yeah.
Yeah. So that's and Barney's the head. Kind of looks like the Andy we have here, but it's all fuzzy. So, yeah, that's you're good. It's already all the auto tuning DSP stuff's already built into that. Just get it up to date.
All right.
And if you like, they do make a new version of it as well. So.
All right, let's just change your.
Change my top page.
Just change.
Oh my God! It's that time. We're going to change to the next sponsor, which is our good friends at Audio Control. Oh my God! Yay! Audio Control. Hey, they have new speakers. Check them out.
They do.
I know. It's awesome.
All right. And Kevin asks, if I can run a front 3-way stage full active, can I still use my 4-channel to run my front stage and rear speakers with the DM608?
Wow. The simple answer to that question is yes. Hold on.
You need. Yeah. I mean, you have it here.
No. I just feel like, man, this isn't gonna work. No, I was just gonna go to YouTube. We literally made this video like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so head over to the YouTube channel if you're not already there. You're already there. We made we answered this question in great detail. So it's basically, if I have the detail, or the video is, if I have a DSP, why am I still going passive? And the answer to the question is yes, you're still going to go passive because you don't have enough power. But yeah, you can still use a DM608. You can still use your 4-channel. You're just going to have to use passive crossovers on that 3-way set. So we explain it in great detail in this video. It was like 2 weeks ago. Just trust me, watch it, and you'll be like,
yeah,
makes total sense. Oh, I get it. So yeah, 100%. Let's do that.
All right.
Citation or a Pinto? AMC Pacer, baby. Yeah, totally.
Thank you, man.
Alpine status 12. Is there? Yeah, I have no idea. I didn't know the answer to this.
No, okay.
No, because I haven't even looked at that software.
Thank you for the 5, man.
Yeah. Got any tips for removing rear sunshade in my 2014 Chrysler 300? Trying to replace the rear deck speakers. There should be bolts on the back side of the, like in the trunk area. There should be a couple 10 millimeters in there that come out, and the whole piece comes out as one. Yeah, that car sucks. But there's like, it's either bolts or it like shifts sideways, and then it comes out. It's not fun though. No. What sound deadening do you recommend using for the doors? Where should I buy it? Okay, so this is one of those crazy questions of, wow, what should I use? And there's a whole Facebook club of people that like to go deep. So right now, I feel like Resonix is probably the flagship. Like if you got the money, if you've got the beer, so Resonix is probably considered like one of the best sound treatments, period. So you can find it at resonx.com.
Yep.
Aside from that, there are a couple other ones. Ground Zero makes a 2-door kit, which is extremely reasonable. Comes with everything you need to do 2 doors all in one. We've reviewed it. We have a video on how it works. Paul will ship it out to you if you want to buy it.
Yeah.
You can get it at the retail side of things. It's not us. As well as when we don't use that, we typically just use sound treatment from Stinger, which is the Roadkill brand. But yeah,
it's so many brands,
Sound Shield.
Yeah, Sound Shield makes one.
Morel even makes
Morel's makes one.
Very similar stuff. So, and then of course you have the Old Faithful, which is Dynamat.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Made in America.
So didn't Fernando sound treatment?
Not yet.
I mean, we're not
gonna do that. Never say never. 2023 Toyota Tacoma with JBL factory system. Install Blam Relax series speakers. Would you use the Blam crossovers? So you really can't answer this question without knowing what the signal looks like. And that's the most important thing here, because I don't know what size speakers you replaced it with. Now, if you went like for like, meaning you just got a 2.5 and you put a 2.5 back in, more than likely you're not going to need the passive crossovers because it's an active JBL system. But this is where RTA comes in handy, because you would use the RTA to look at the signal that is coming into that location. So we make the IRTA2, which is this guy right here. So we make this device, which is the IRTA2, and it is a two-channel
electrical
RTA. That's what you need. You need something that can take power in. So this takes RCAs. It takes speaker wires up to 20 volts. And you can play a pink noise, and then you can take a look at, what the sound is coming from. Meaning, is this something that this speaker is capable of playing? Like this right here is showing you what that looks like. Aside from that, you just have to guess. So you can use your ears, maybe, but really the answer to this is you should have an RTA. But if you took out like for like, chances are good you're okay. And you should know too, because you should be able to play music and know if the speakers are just going like, holy crap, this doesn't sound right. When integrating into a factory system using a DSR1, do you use any of its features if using another DSP, or do you only use it as an amp Pro style. Oh, hell no. I will totally use its features. Yeah, 100%. So some of you guys have used DSR1s to do integration, AR style integration into, basically if it has a factory amp, you put DSR1 in, it'll bypass it. It's also an 8-channel DSP with a bunch of features. But because it's iData, it gives you iData features. And a couple of those are turning like features in the radio into other things. So for example, if you don't want to mount a subwoofer level control, or if you just want subwoofer level control that maybe nobody knows about, you can turn your bass, mid, or treble into subwoofer level control. We love doing that in Jeep Wranglers because there's very few places to mount the bass knob well. So that way you can just go into the sound settings, you control your subwoofer there. They also have punch bass built into it. In punch bass, we typically, some of these cars have volume driving assist. So like as you go faster, the system gets louder. You can use that for punch bass. It won't get louder as you're driving, but it has usually step 1, step 2, step 3. So hell yeah, we program that stuff all the time. And so if we are using it then to just go out as a set of preamps, we're just done there. But some amplifiers don't do well in the bass boost range, which kind of sucks because bass boost is really helpful in some applications. So yeah, we'll use that stuff for sure. It's awesome.
Do you guys think you're going to redo your Honda Accord video for the audio control DSP RTA? Great video. We'll love to view it with all the new audio control updates. Thank you.
You know, I don't know. Maybe. I'm never gonna say no. The reality is that all the updates they've done to the audio control piece really aren't relevant to a Honda Accord.
Right.
So like Honda doesn't use all pass filters, so I wouldn't have to go in and show you how to do that. So
at that point, you just create a new one with the different card to see
it's just like
the new features from this.
Yeah, but there are no new features. Like
no, what I'm saying, like like how negate the all pass filters.
Yeah, but it doesn't have those. So
no, in a different car.
Oh, in a different car would make more sense.
You create a different video.
Yeah. I mean, I never say never. I mean, if we have one that comes in and then we're just like, ooh, this one's fun, let's record it
for sure.
But yeah, there's really no new feature they came out with in the DSP that's relevant to a Honda Accord.
Yes, no.
So
all right,
but that makes your life easy though because you don't have to worry about it. You can just go in and like, oh, cool, I can do some stuff.
Are you okay?
Are the audio control amplifiers worth the cost? Do you guys think they are good value? So this is one of those things where it's hard to. Okay, are they good? Yes, they're very good amplifiers. Are they worth the cost? They're relatively cheap.
Cost, yes.
Okay, so audio controls are relatively cheap amplifiers in the grand scheme of things. Like when you're looking at other amplifiers in their category, they're actually priced pretty well.
Yeah.
Like they're very competitively priced. So I guess that's the answer to the question, but. The problem is like I could say that, but you might go, "Holy shit, that's like $1,200." But everything else in the category is like more.
Yeah.
So there are a couple that are less. So it just really depends on your situation and what you find is relatively, what makes sense to you. But no, in the grand scheme of things, they're very high value and they're very good amplifiers.
All right, this is a good question, right there.
Chimichangas
or beef empanadas.
I don't eat beef, so chimichangas.
You're gonna cheat.
Yeah, I like chimichangas anyways. Chicken chimichangas. Oh yeah, deep fried.
I pick the empanadas.
No, because the chimichanga is way better.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, for sure.
Chimichanga.
No, because like chimichanga, you get it with the sauce on top, and it's crusty. Ooh, it's
same thing. Empanadas, sauce on top.
There's no sauce on top.
No.
Yeah,
totally.
Empanadas don't come with sauce on top, man.
The best empanadas are the Colombian empanadas.
You dip them though. It's a dipping thing. Empanadas, you dip. You dip them in stuff. If you're gonna like most empanadas that I buy, just come in a paper bag and you just eat it out of the bag like it's a frickin' McDonald's.
Because yes, of course they come over here, but when you go to a restaurant, they give you a plate.
No, and they give you dipping sauce.
Yes,
that's you dip it though. A chimichanga, you don't dip. It's already on a plate with a side of rice and beans. And
but it's kind of like a burrito, No, it's
Well, it's exactly like a burrito.
Exactly.
They're all burritos, dude.
No, but not empanadas.
It's a burrito.
No,
It's literally encapsulated. It's
the empanadas only
a
come.
bag of crap wrapped in a tortilla.
Or it doesn't come with rice. It doesn't come with lettuce. It doesn't come with
nothing. No. A burrito doesn't have lettuce. I mean, a burrito supreme from Taco Bell comes with lettuce. A California burrito comes with lettuce.
Right?
But most burritos don't come with. I mean, and rice in a burrito is a sacrilege. I'm sorry. If you're eating at Moe's and they're putting, or all these American places that feel like they need to put rice in a freaking burrito, it's not a burrito, dude. Bean burrito, man. Keep it simple.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Stay with empanadas.
Chimichangas. I mean, you asked the question, you're going to get the answer. What's going on, Mr. Brinkley?
Mr. Phantom Chris.
Formerly known as Phantom Chris.
Formally? What do you mean formally?
We're not calling that anymore.
Why not?
Because
he is. That's it. He's going to be his name.
No longer.
No? That's going to be his name?
No, can't do it.
Oh, totally.
No, I can't do it. No,
you can change my mind.
No, he's just going to be Chris Brinkley.
No.
Yep, hold on. Let's see what we got here. Dean.
Yes.
Is there a way to use the Barney features in the Moscone with the UMIK1, or do you need to have the Barney head? I don't know any installers of my patient. So actually, yes, you do need to have the Barney head because the software is written around the Barney head, and the unique sound. So each Barney head is put in an anechoic chamber, and the file is created. That file has to get uploaded to the DSP, to the software.
Mm-hmm.
Before you can actually use a Barney. So each one is unique. So like if you can't use two different Barneys. If you did, you'd have to re-download the software or the numbers. So no, unfortunately, you can't use it with anything other than a Barney. And I don't know of any local installers who have it. So what you could do there is you could reach out to Orca USA, Orca America, and probably talk to Nick Wingate there and find out if there is any in your area, who the closest dealer is that has it. It is one of those things where it's starting to roll out more and more and more. So there's a couple hundred of them out right now, but there's also 50 states. So I get it. There might not be one in your area. But the Barney head should have been purple. I mean, honestly, Fro, if you look at it in the right light, it's like a really deep purple. So, I mean, that's as good as you're going to get.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's just what it is. It's just what it is, man.
Okay.
Oh, man. Wow. Man, I wish you never left Michigan. You're the only one. It doesn't matter past that. But no, I'm so glad I left Michigan.
What part of it?
I lived in Walled Lake. But I know you're just playing. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing? I know you're just playing, Dean. But expand your food knowledge, bro. So the simple answer to this is no. I'm not a foodie, as Ada will attest to over and over. I am not that guy, okay? Mm-hmm. I have an Einstein's approach to food. I could eat the same shitty meal every day of the week and be perfectly content, as Fernando will tell you. Yeah. I don't care about any of this.
No, me neither. Same thing. I like, yeah, same food every day.
I can't get excited about, I'm a simple guy.
But you can appreciate me, right?
No, not really. No. You know that.
No, I know,
dude,
but
think of some of the places we've been to, and I just sit there and it is totally lost on
100%, but
totally lost
sometimes we go to these places and oh, dude, this one was really good.
Yeah, but but I'm not over there. Oh my god! Dude, when we went to Azure, and you guys went to the steakhouse,
yeah,
and I sat there and I had some shitty chicken.
Yeah,
and you guys were literally over there, you're over there,
dude,
everyone at the table is floating. I'm just sitting there eating my chicken quesadillas.
Yeah,
probably the most expensive quesadillas on the face of the earth. And I got to be honest with you, I'm sitting there going, these are Roadhouse quesadillas. These are like the shittiest. These are the shittiest quesadillas I've ever eaten in my life. Yeah. And honestly, those are why I ate those is because that was the only they didn't have a chicken breast, which was so stupid. But no, man, food is totally lost on me.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one to tell you. I just
I
don't
eat tacos
care.
every day, so yeah.
It's just fuel, man. I don't care.
It's just feel.
I know.
It's just something.
But don't get me wrong now. Now, if you can make some good barbecue, I'm down with that.
Yeah, but
because-
we went to many
they all
places,
freaking
and that was
sucked.
not like, oh my gosh.
No, they were
Yeah.
shit. It
Yeah.
was all shit barbecue, dude.
And we've been to like the most
Yeah, oh, we've been
famous.
to we've been to where guys are over in the corner going, "Oh my god, we're at this place. This is so amazing!" And I'm over there going, "This is crap."
Yeah.
I mean, although I will say the fried chicken was okay, which didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because Nalika got me fried chicken.
Yeah.
And it was actually really
there?
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, right? Because who would have thought barbecue place serving fried chicken? But it was good. I was like, man, this is good fried chicken.
Yeah, barbecue.
Nothing like the fried chicken. Nothing like the chicken though. When we went to that one place in Dallas, because that chicken place where they had chicken every way under the sun.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. Okay, so all right, we'll go. Hey guys, sing it. Atlas going kicker key setup. Just wanted to ask about components. Will the key power focal performance access, or should I stick with the auditor? Oh no, yeah, dude, trust me. We put flax on a key. You got plenty of power. You're all good there.
I love these guys.
Blackened chicken. There you go. Blackened chicken over barbecue chicken. Yeah. Oh yeah, blackened chicken 100% over barbecue. I'm not a barbecue barbecue sauce for me is something you got to dip. IRTA 2 price went up. Wait till Christmas. Buy one get one. Hey, portable. The price has not gone up. It's always been $249.99. It has not gone up.
You don't have to wait. You can get an IRTA 2 now. DNF tool drawer and
not that.
That was amazing.
Cool. It's right there.
Yeah.
The price has not gone up. The price has never gone up.
That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
See you guys tomorrow on Instagram. Hopefully, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, so there is no Saturday show. Letting you guys know there is no Saturday show. However,
there's no Friday show.
There's no Friday news either. But this is the thing. We're going to be out of town. We're going to be doing crazy stuff. We're going to be at Mobile Solutions with Focal Moscone Gladen. And I can guarantee you that we are going to be live at some point at one of these days doing something. Okay, so definitely just be ready for us to pop in whenever we can. Because that's what we're just going to have fun.
I know, man. No Saturday, but we're gonna pop. You know.
And I would love to do a Saturday show, but it's just so hard to get away for an hour to do it.
Yeah,
it's
don't even say it because it's impossible.
It's impossible. Well, the other thing too is it's like it'd be
you're gonna be working wire.
Well, it would be like 3 PM or 10. No,
doesn't matter. You're gonna be busy.
Oh yeah, I know. We wouldn't.
Sorry, guys, but. Just stay tuned on the Instagrams.
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 Doing all kinds of grams. Hey, guys, you have a wonderful day. We will see you in a couple weeks.
See you tomorrow, guys. On Instagram. Bye.
All right. See ya.